flowy fabrics, earthy colors, fringe, florals, tie-dye, crochet, peace signs, and a whole lot of DIY. Yes, in this video, we'll be exploring some hippie crochet patterns. First, we'll talk a little bit about hippie style and culture and where it comes from, in order to give a little bit more context into how to explore the ethos in your own designs. The word hippie actually comes from the word hip or hep, which was a slang term in the 1940s and 1950s for someone who was in the know, culturally aware, or stylish. The term hipster was used first especially to describe the jazz and beat generation scenes in cities like New York and San Francisco. Then by the early 1960s, younger people who embraced peace, love, and alternative lifestyles, but weren't quite part of that older beat movement, were being called hippies as a sort of diminutive term or evolution of hipster, and it was meant to describe this new wave of youth who were hip to social change, psychedelic music, and a freer way of life. And according to media references from that time, the word started appearing more widely after journalist Michael Fallon used it in a 1965 San Francisco Examiner article to describe the new counterculture crowd in the Haight-Ashbury district of San Francisco. It stuck, and soon it became the label for an entire movement. The hippie movement emerged as a response to war, materialism, and conformity, and it was about peace, love, personal freedom, and getting back in touch with nature. And the style that was associated with it really came from that free-spirited mindset that's expressive and often handmade, and people were crocheting their own clothes, shopping secondhand, and rejecting fast fashion before that was even a term. Hippies were hugely influenced by Eastern philosophy, spirituality, psychedelic art, and the civil rights and anti-war movements, and just rejecting the suburban domesticity and opting for communal living or rural self-sufficiency. It was a cultural rebellion that fused politics, music, and art into a whole vibe, and that vibe still lingers today. And so let's celebrate this hippie vibe with over 35 different crochet patterns. There's a mix of paid and free patterns here, and I've separated them all into 4 different categories: clothing, applique, accessories, and home decor. And as always, you can find all the exact links to all the patterns that I mentioned over on my blog, which is linked in the description box below. All right, let's get started. First is this Happy Hippie sweater by Caraway Crochet. Their size is extra small to 5XL, and it's designed to be an oversized sweater with generous positive ease. The width of the piece varies according to the lay of the sweater and how it's stretched into shape when lying flat. And it's beginner friendly as it only requires basic stitches with plenty of pictures to help you make it. And it's a free pattern on their blog. Or make this Wisteria vest by Denim Aid. It's a paid pattern on the hobby website and beginner level to make. Their size is small to 3XL, and it's great if you love layering pieces. And I thought that it was a really cool use of that granny square motif, and it would be a perfect layering piece over dresses or shirts. Here's a lovely floral shawl by Graphic Knits. It's made of floral gray squares with open mesh for a light and delicate garment, and it's more intermediate level or adventurous beginner level to make. Several of the motifs are made and then joined together with a dark green color to combine the squares without having to seam them. And this one is also really easy to customize, and you can also make it longer or wider as well. I also really loved the Sierra Mandala sweater by Of Mars. This one is a paid pattern on their Etsy, and it has a really flattering feminine design with the classic 1970s vibe. It features an open work spiderweb back, flutter hem, lace up front, and long comfy sleeves. It also has a nice bit of stretch to it, and it has 2 sizes, small, medium, and large extra large, and it can be styled in so many different ways, which is also really nice. This all year round poncho by Yarnutopia is also a great make. It's beginner friendly, and to create it you work 2 panels, then sew them together with a whip stitch. The panels measure 12 by 48 inches long, and there are so many different ways to wear this piece. You can wear it over a sweater and with jeans in cooler weather, or over a bathing suit in warmer weather, and this one has a video tutorial over on their channel as well as a free pattern on their blog. The Festive Fringe Tank by Be a Crafter is also a lovely lovely make, and it's intermediate level. It only has one size, which is large, and it fits chest size 36 to 38 inches. To create it, you work the back, then front, and the special stitch here is the V-stitch. I really liked all of the fringe that they added, and it's a free pattern over on their blog, and it's also a paid pattern on their Etsy where they have sizes small to 3XL. Or make this Wild Woman cardigan by me. It has sizes extra small to 2XL and is designed to have a relaxed, oversized fit. This one really has that whimsigoth sort of hippie vibe and is perfect as a layering piece. It's more intermediate or confident beginner because there is quite a bit of lace stitch work and a bit of light sewing, and this one is a paid pattern over on my website. I also like this retro duster by Nan's Crafty Home. The pattern is free on their blog and fits women US size 8 to 10, but you can easily customize it by adding or subtracting rows on the back and front side to adjust it. It's beginner friendly as well, and I really liked the boxy nature of this design, as well as the belt strap and the button detail that they added here. The Turn Neon Top by Crochetverse is definitely a showstopper. This one is super beginner friendly to create, and to make it you make 8 granny squares. And the thing that is great about this pattern is that there are tips on how to customize it to fit bust measurements 30 to 51 inches. There are also a lot of notes on how to work it each step of the way, and it's free over on their blog. And I love the colorway and the fringe that they used on this one, and it would be perfect for summer festival season. The Crochet Bell Sleeve Top by Hannah Drapinski is a fun one to make as well. And to make it, you start with the back panel, then the sides, then the straps, then do a little seaming and the scalloped edging. Then finish it off with bell sleeves, and this one is free on their YouTube channel. And I liked how this piece would be such a great staple piece for your wardrobe. You can layer with it, and she gives a lot of great tips on how to customize it as well. I also liked this Aura Poncho by It Was Yarn. This one is more intermediate level to make and is free on their website, and it's made from simple squares that start from the center and grow outwards, creating that lovely mandala inspired design. A border is also added at the end, and you can easily make the poncho larger by working a few extra rounds. And you can also join 4 squares and shape a rounder neckline for a better fit, or add a hood for comfort, and this one has sizes small to 3XL. There's also the Paradise Poncho by Lisa Etheridge. It's a paid pattern on the hobby website and has sizes small to large, and it's really simple to make. It's made by simply creating those 2 rectangles, then joining them together, and it uses the arcade stitch to create an arabesque pattern over the simple 4-row pattern repeat. I liked the flower border and the applique touches on this piece, and I thought it gave it a really nice earthy vibe and aesthetic. I also liked this summer square wrap cardigan by Lace and Crochet. It's made of squares that are attached with the join as you go method, so this is a really great pattern if you want to tackle that method and give that technique a try. The wrap is easy to customize and has sizes small to 2XL, and the attaching of the wrap has step-by-step diagrams that are really helpful, and it's free on their website. Or make this Flowerland shawl by Katya. It's more intermediate level to make and is made with repeating flower motifs that are joined together to make a triangle shaped shawl. The fringe also gives a really nice touch. You can also easily adjust the size with this one by adding more flowers as you like. This Harmony of Fused Dress by Beautiful Crochet Stuff is also a great make. It has sizes extra small to 5XL and definitely makes a statement, but is simple and beginner friendly to make. It's designed to use 4 different colors of yarns and create a nice gradient, and it's customizable to make and can be styled in a more casual way or dressed up. There are plenty of photos to help with each step of the way, and this one is a free pattern over on their blog. This Fandango Bauble Cape by Katarina is also a lovely make. It's free on the hobby website and has sizes extra small to 4XL, and the special stitches are the front and back post double crochet as well as the bobble stitch. There's a helpful chart to assist with making it, and this one is worked from the top down in rounds, and I really liked the texture that the bobbles gave this one. Or make this Pastel Clouds cardigan by But Not Gray Crochet. It's more intermediate to make, and it's a paid pattern on the hobby website. It has sizes small to 3XL, and it's made of 2 granny hexagons that are then connected, and the back panel has those granny squares, and I just thought that those granny squares gave it a nice bit of extra hippie vibe here, and you can use up some scraps for this one as well. I also like this ripple dress by You Say I Crochet. It has two sizes, small, medium, and medium large, and it's intermediate level to make and is a paid pattern over on the Rippler. It would be more easy to customize the length with that lovely chevron design, and the colorway that they made this one in really gave it a nice 1970s sort of charm. The Hippie Granny Vest by Craft Her is a great make. It has sizes extra small to 2XL and is easy to make. It's made using that granny motif, and then you make the front and then the back panel, then connect them together and leave a space for the sleeves and add the fringe. And this one is a free pattern over on their blog. Now I'll share some applique patterns. First is the Peace Sign Appliqué by Crochet by Colleen. It measures 3 by 5 inches, and you work the palm in the round and each finger by the row. You can also make this one in a variety of different skin tones and use different colors for the nails, and I loved how creative this pattern is, and it's free over on their blog. I also liked this Peace Sign Crochet Blanket Square by Ambassador Crochet. It's made of 25 by 25 squares and uses the corner to corner method, so it's more intermediate level to make, and they do have a chart and written instructions, and this pattern is also free over on their blog. Or make this Hippie Granny Square by Annie Head. This one is more beginner friendly as it only requires basic stitches to make it. And makes a square which is 11 by 11 inches, which is quite large. And this one's a paid pattern over on their Ravelry. Here is another Peace Sign by Repeat Crafter Me. The square measures 6.5 by 6.5 inches and is beginner friendly to make. And it's free on their blog and made by creating that granny square and then creating the separate pieces that make up the peace sign and sewing them all together. So it does require a little bit of sewing. Or make this Crochet Peace Sign Granny Square by Crochet Bits. This one's beginner friendly as well, and it's a video tutorial over on their channel and a free written pattern over on their blog. The square measures 4.5 by 4.5 inches and only uses basic stitches to make it. And this one is worked in the round, and to create it, you create the peace sign first and then turn it into a square. And so that's pretty nice because you don't have to do any sewing for this one. And now I'll share some accessories patterns. First is the Granny Square Hat by me, and it's beginner friendly to make and is made using 5 different granny squares, and it only uses basic stitches as well as a little bit of decreasing by working a half double crochet 2 together and a single crochet 2 together. And there is a written paid pattern over on my website as well as a free YouTube video pattern here on my channel. Or make this Grandma Earth Shawl by Nana Makes. It's more intermediate level to make and is a paid pattern on the hobby website, and each square has easy, simple rounds with instructions for each stitch and joining method. And with this design, you can make blankets, a shrug, scarf, or shawl. I really loved the texture of the squares on this piece, and I also really liked their use of color in this design. I also liked the Third Eye Freeform Headband by Of Mars. They're more intermediate level to make and are made by seaming together multiple pieces and crocheting in the round and working with several different yarn colors. And this is a great introduction to freeform crochet as well. And this cool pattern is a paid pattern over on their Etsy. This hippie headband pattern by Off the Hook by Chrissy is also a great make. It's free on their blog, and it's made in the round by making that mini daisy square motif and actually connecting them together with hair elastics, which is pretty cool. And there is a helpful chart for making the squares and some edging to finish it off. And I really liked how they used elastics here. I thought that that was really clever, and it gives that headband some nice stretch. And there's also some really helpful pictures for this one over on their website. The Granny Bag by Elizabeth Shue is also a colorful make, and it's beginner friendly and made with 3 granny squares that are connected together, and a strap is added to finish it off. You could easily whip this one up in 1 or 2 crafting sessions, and it makes a bag that's 30 by 30 centimeters. So it's a pretty good size to carry most of your things, and it's a free pattern over on the hobby website. I also had to add this summer hat by Steen Holgard, and there are 3 sizes fitting a circumference of 56 to 60 centimeters. It's beginner friendly to make, and this one is a paid pattern in their shop. And I really liked their use of 3 colors with this design, but of course you can make it with as many or little colors as you like. I also like this Mountain Muse shawl by Angel's Crochet Studio. This one is a bit more intermediate, although it is written in a very beginner-friendly way, so if you're a confident beginner, you could definitely tackle this one. It's a paid pattern in the hobby website, and I love the use of color in this design as well. And I also liked how lacy it is and thought it really gave it that nice hippie feel. The Crochet Mushroom Keychain by Miss Crowlette is also really fun. The finished keychains are 2.5 inches, so it's a nice smaller size and could be made in less than an hour. I just loved how slightly creepy but still hippie take on this magical mushroom the style is, and it's a paid pattern in their Etsy. And the great thing as well is that you can use this as a bag charm or even as a brooch or in a Halloween garland. This Spiral Swirl Psychedelic Bucket Hat is also a fun make, and it's more intermediate level, and it's made with 4 different colors, but the pattern also includes a lot of photos for each step of the way, and it's a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. And I just thought this one was really whimsical and thought it would be perfect to wear to summer festivals. And the pattern also includes instructions on how to use only 2 or 3 colors as well as you like. Another fun bucket hat with a psychedelic design is this wavy one by AXU888. It's made to fit a head that's 18.4 centimeters in diameter across, and if you want to make it larger or smaller, you can easily size up or down your hook as you like. And to create it, you work from the top down to the brim, and this one is a free pattern over on their Ribbler. Alright, now I'll share some home decor patterns. First is this Ode to Granny Mandala by Not So Square. This one's perfect for using up your leftover scraps as well, and you can get really creative and experiment with different colors of yarn for this one. It's made to be about 30 by 30 centimeters, and it would be a perfect display as a doily on a table. And this one is a paid pattern over on the hobby website. I also liked this Love Tea blanket by Red Teapot Atelier. It measures 55 inches long and wide, so it's a pretty nice size for a throw. And it's more intermediate level to make, and there are a lot of step-by-step pictures for every round. And this one is a paid pattern over on the hobby website as well, and I loved all of the lace details with this one, and I felt like it would be a really epic project to tackle. Here's a cool sunflower mandala by Camilla Lindberg, and this one is more intermediate to make, and it measures 10.2 inches, and the special stitches that it uses is the bobble, front post single, half double and double crochet group and picot to give it all of the nice delicate lacy details. And this one's free on the hobby website, and I really liked all the colors that they made it in here and thought it would be perfect to display on a table as well. The Granny's Gone Rogue by MCAT Crochet is also a great make. It's worked in the round and uses a mix of traditional and solid granny rows, and it measures 36 inches or 91 centimeters wide and long, which is quite a nice size to take to a picnic or the beach, or you can style it as a throw blanket. It's beginner friendly to make and is a paid pattern on the hobby website. This Bloom Shroom Pillow by Eat, Pray, and Crochet is an amazing make, and it's more intermediate level, although it is written in a beginner friendly way. And the mushrooms can be made with a super bulky or worsted yarn depending on what size you want. This one is a paid pattern in their Etsy and also has a video guide to go along with it. And I thought it would be perfect to create and put it in a little cozy reading nook. Or make this Tropical Petal Throw by Premier Yarns. It's free on their website and made of 12 of the flower motifs and measures 37.5 by 28.5 inches, so it's perfect for a throw. The only special stitches are the magic ring and standing double crochet, so even though it's labeled as intermediate, a confident beginner could definitely tackle this one. I liked all of the colors that they made this one in, and it'd be a great way to use up any chunky yarn scraps that you might have lying around. Well, what did you think of all of these hippie-inspired crochet patterns? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to also give it a like and leave a peace sign in the comments below to celebrate the hippie vibes. Also, let me know in the comments below what other sort of crochet roundups that you'd like to see from me around here. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me in the next one.